Beach FM, locals talking to locals.
Kathy Spiers, good morning and welcome. How are you?
Good morning, John.
I'm sure you're growing young.
Oh, absolutely.
Too right. Wonderful to see, to meet and greet you. Now, we have changed things around a wee bit because it's the annual plan argy-bargy.
Absolutely is argy-bargy.
And it's starting at 9:30, therefore you're here a little bit earlier than usual. I'm told the discussions are quite robust this time around.
Oh, absolutely, yes. The Raumati Community Board, we put in our as our advocacy role says for what the people needed in the Raumati, and we've actually come out with nothing. There was an A, B and a C category. A is for next in the annual plan. B is to go out for consultation, say this is the cost, are you prepared for the rates rise? And C is in the long-term plan. So all of ours are C's. But I do have an issue with there's still a lot of flooding and stormwater and flood mitigation that needs to be sorted out down at Kina.
Yes, indeed.
So my thoughts are that what we need to do is to stop spending money at Otarawa Park, this 0.7 mil in the annual plan, for drainage and that at Otarawa Park. That needs to be spent down at Kina. The people down there have had these issues for a long, long time, and they've had the climate change summit over the weekend. And if they're really serious about this, they actually need to put their money where their mouth is and sort out. People are more important than a park. And to me, it's not increasing the rates, it's just reallocating the funding over so that the drains and the stormwater and that are fixed down at Kina. It's a 45-year process. And Councillor Bernie Randall's onto this, and we need to bring it forward to 25 years, not 45.
And was it last year or the year before that people were literally flooded out in that Kina area?
Yes, some of them were. This is urgent. As I said, if you're talking about climate change, then, be serious about it and do something about it. As I said, we're not asking for more funding. It's just that it needs to be reallocated.
One would have thought the stormwater, dealing with it, is one of the prime functions of local government.
Well, the pipes are too small down there, you see, to cope now. So, and it is built on old, mud flats.
Absolutely, and frankly, it was a collection of batches or cribs if you come from the South Island to start off with.
Yes.
So you wouldn't have put much in the early days.
No.
Those early planners would have no idea how much that area has expanded. So you can understand that, can't you?
Absolutely. 1966, our first house was in number 9 Mahana Road, so we were down at the Paraparaumu beach then. And of course we used to go in our car and drive over the mud flats as well. And so, and the Waikana, and man has changed the Waikana River. It's moved a few times, and because the river wants to go back where the river wants to go back to as well.
Yes.
So I just think that the money needs to be spent wisely and to get on and fixing up. But this is people we're talking about here and their lives, their health and well-being. So we need to get serious. And if they're serious, as I said, about climate change, then get on and do it.
And Otarawa Park, of course, that's one of the golden children in the planning. And do you think there's too much of an emphasis on that rather than the bread and butter stuff?
It appears so. To me, you need to sort out and fix up and keep maintained the services and assets councillors got before spending new money on new assets. Having said that, there's room for 12 sports fields at Otarawa Park. So it's okay, the kids can play sport over there. I'm not saying that it shouldn't be used, but you could spend millions and millions on the drainage over there. It's right next to the river. It's the most flood-prone part of Kapiti. When we were talking about having storage tanks for water, that was a place identified as it was the wettest place and collect the most water.
Right.
But you could put out a couple of portaloos if people need to go to the...
Last time there was a significant flooding event along that, I can't actually call it a stream, that's the open drain that goes past Kina School.
Yes.
Last time there was a significant flooding issue there, it appeared that there had to be negotiations between the KCDC and the Department of Conservation. And the idea was there was going to be a pump installed to keep the water level lower, to get over that issue, which, as I understand it, they had to breach a flood bank to let the water out to lessen the flooding pressure. And there was the promise made several years ago now that there's going to be a pump to get over that issue. Has that happened? When will it happen?
I'm not sure. I know they've been doing a lot of relining of the pipes and clearing out and everything, but I mean the water still, because of the leaks.
Got to have somewhere to go.
But the water still goes down there, so I'm not sure, but I'll check up on that. But Councillor Bernie Randall's getting on to this with council as well, which is really good. So he's actually brilliant as a councillor.
Well, good on him. Yes, I know Bernie quite well, as you know. And so we've got all of your wish list, including the Kenekena Stormwater, in Category C, which means long-term plan.
Yes, yeah.
How have the rest of the community boards got on?
Waikanae is pushing for their library,
yes,
of course, and I think they're a bit upset. I think that might have been moved out for consultation. And Otaki, all they want is a sign and a toilet, but Paikakariki, I think, are getting the Waiwhenua. They're putting some funding
right,
for that,
okay.
for that. So,
okay. So there's a little bit of movement.
There is a little bit of movement,
but not much.
But much of them now, the proposal is to go into out for consultation, so let the community decide. Because I think the rates at the moment are sitting at 5.1, and that's pretty high. As you know, we were just talking off air about the coronavirus and the effect it's going to have. So.
And let's face it, there are things happening in the financial world that neither of us have got any control over.
That's right.
And I was talking to the Mayor about this yesterday and giving him a bit of a hard time. In fact, Trevor Daniel, our mutual friend, is going to be reading out a little statement I've made at the annual plan workshop today, because I really got upset about this on Saturday, so I launched into my typewriter. However, it seemed as if the Mayor was this week conceding that maybe we've got to take into consideration what's happening in the world, whereas you didn't the week before.
Oh, right, absolutely. I mean, the economic effects of it are really widespread. And if we're going to be putting the rates up and the businesses here are going to have a drop-off in business, it's how people are going to pay their rates.
Indeed, and it all comes down to that. So we live in fascinating times. It is 24 minutes past 9.
Oh, I better
you have a meeting at 9:30, Kathy.
I will drive the speed limit.
Of course you will. Thank you so much for joining us, Kathy Spiers, who is Chair of the Paraparaumu Raumati Community Board.
106.3 Beach FM.